Hello, and welcome back to Your News Now. I'm your host, Kathy Mills, and today we're going to be looking at the Mafia. We have three of the biggest bosses here telling us their stories about the life of a gangster. The Mafia all started in 1861 in Sicily when invaders came there to live. So natives from Sicily would get into clans or families. This prevented the natives from getting hurt from the invaders. Once the invaders kept coming, some of the gangs went to America and started the American Mafia. Once more and more Sicilians came to America, they created the Code of Cosa Nostra. Cosa Nostra meant our thing, so this was a strict code of silence and secrecy when dealing with the law. One of the biggest bosses is the hook-nosed gangster, or you might know him as Carlo Gambino. Carlo was born on August 24, 1902 in Palermo, Sicily, and died October 15, 1976. He was age 74. In his lifespan, he did lots of things that involved money and the Mafia. Today, we have Carlo here for an interview about his life as a boss. So, Carlo, tell us about your criminal empire.
I governed 26 families, and they're all over the United States. I had the capability to raise $10 million in a moment's notice. I usually have interest in companies that involve garments, paper, food, and waste. I try to stick with because they make a lot of money. The more money they earn, the more money I make.
How about your crime family? Are they very successful?
My family is very successful because part of one of the 5 families in New York that we are part of. We're very important, and we in other groups really treat us well.
Now that you've made all this money, where do you keep it?
My money endured in lots of banks all over New York, and only I can get that. I could never have my gang members get money from me because some people might say that they're my gang and they're not.
Thank you, Carlo, for coming today. Next, we have an even bigger gang. The Mafia would not be itself without Salvatore Luciano, or you might have heard him as Lucky Luciano. Lucky was born on November 24, 1897 in La Cala Fredda, Sicily, and died January 26, 1962 in Naples, Italy. He was age 64. In his crimes, he started at a young age and led up until death. Today we have Lucky here to tell you about his crimes. So, Lucky, how did you get the nickname Lucky?
The people in my family gave it to me because I survived many attacks that people tried to kill me, and so they thought I was lucky because a lot of people would have died.
What are the 2 Mafia bosses did you kill and how?
In 1928, a fight broke between the Mafia and the Maranzano families. I didn't like either of the bosses, so I decided to kill them both. And then in 1931, me and a friend, we made a plan to kill Mafia. So the plan worked, and we were able to kill him. After a while, Mafia dead. Maranzano let me be part of his family. I became a lieutenant. After a while, Massino, he was planning to kill me, so I found out. So I had my own gang and killed him.
Thank you, Lucky, for coming today. Next, we have the most powerful boss of them all. You can never hear the Mafia without thinking this name, Alfonso Capone, or Al Capone for short. Al was born January 17, 1899 in Brooklyn, New York, and died January 25, 1947 in Palm Island, Florida. He was age 48. Lastly, we have Al Capone telling you about being the biggest boss around. Hello, Al. Tell us about the outfit in Chicago where you worked.
It was a very powerful and Italian-American syndicate. It was under the power of Johnny Torrio. which he grew in the 1920s. And after a while, when Johnny Torrio was almost ready to die, he put me in charge, and being other people after me now.
Tell us about what happened on the St. Valentine's Day massacre.
On February 14th and Valentine's Day 1929, I had my gang dressed as police officers and go to kill George Moran. I didn't like George Moran, he was another boss. My gang arrived at the garage where George's gang was and told them that they were searching a place because they thought they had some contraband moonshine. After a while, they told all the gang members to line up against a wall, and when they did, my gang members dressed as police, they shot them all. Nobody knew that it was me, but police did find out later, and they sent me to jail.
Thank you, Al, for coming. Thank you for watching. I'm Kathy Mills. Join us next time on Your News Now for the history behind Alcatraz.